Going live. Yes, hello, I'm live. Hello, nice to have you. Sorry, not plugged the microphone in. Absolutely stupid of me. Yeah, I'm not very organized today. I will admit, not being very organized. So, oops, I did it again. Yep, here I am. But anyway, none of you are here yet. Anyway, so yep, here we are. We're going live. Going live. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry about the lighting. Awful as usual. Absolutely appalling lighting. Let's try and spin it around. Now I look like Donald Trump. Yeah, okay. I look a bit more like I've been fried live on Philip Schofield or something. But anyway, hello to Enigma, Wits End, Keely, and Andrea, and Expelidocious. Hello. Thank you for joining. So, yes, here we are again. You know, it's a week since I got beaten up, and my nose is looking much better. Thank God. I'm very grateful to God. Thank you, God, for saving my nose, because I thought I was going to have a scar for life. It sounds like something you get at a supermarket, doesn't it? Well, Nasty Nav isn't going to get away with it, so he'll be dealt with. Little rat. Rats on sinking ships get dealt with. So yeah, he'll be dealt with. Evil little rat that he is. And he stopped me going to the wedding, and it would have been nice to have gone to the wedding, but it would have been nice to have gone to Jeff Bezos' wedding, wouldn't it? Also, but I didn't get invited to that. So, but I did get invited to the other wedding, and well, anyway, you never know. Karma is a thing, and the nasty other person who sent me a horrible message saying karma's going to come and get me. Well, she can shove off and shove it up her jumper as well. I don't like people who attack me. If you ever go at me, you'll get your punishment in due course, but it's not very nice. And I've had a few nasty messages today on the YouTube comments. So to all of you leaving the nasty comments, be warned. I will be coming for you, and I'll deal with a lot of you. You don't need to be nasty, because there's so many lovely people here. I don't need the nasty ones of you, so why don't you just bog off? Get off my channel. Get out of my pub. That's how I feel about you. So don't ever come back, you horrible little rats. If you want to be rude about me, fair enough. Go and be rude about me somewhere else, because you're not welcome to do it here, and I don't need to have it here, so I can delete it. So I just delete you. So bog off. Get out of my room. That's all I say. Get out of my pub, as Peggy Mitchell would have said. So I stand with Peggy Mitchell on that one. Some horrible person, I don't know what his name was, some horrible, rude, ridiculous rant that he sent me. Anyway, the man's completely insane, and well, he's welcome. We've got our little birds here.
Yeah, the birds are here.
They're begging for their water, but they've got plenty of water, so honestly, that's enough to shove it up their jumper, precisely. Anyway, there's 44 of you here. We'll wait for a few more of you. Have you any questions whilst we're waiting? And I have a new quiz, quiz 101. So you're going to be at the 101 Dalmatian. This will be the Dalmatian quiz. I'll call it the Dalmatian quiz. Yes, it is the Dalmatians, isn't it? The Dalmatian quiz. So I shall write that at the top of it. Just right now, I'm doing exactly that. So it's a Dalmatian quiz. It's nothing to do with the 101 Dalmatians in any way, shape, or form. There's not one question related to them. There is a question related to Edward VIII, and I did think I should have put that as question number 8, but I didn't. But, this is what gets me going in my mind now with these quizzes, because I've got to write a few more, because some of the questions will be removed and some questions will have to be replaced. So we will have to work it out. And good evening to Leslie in California. I've just met some lovely people from New Zealand, and I met some people who own a Formula One team from America. I had lunch in a restaurant right next to them. They were very nice, and hopefully we'll be seeing them again. Um, I do tend to meet a wide array of people, everyone from homeless people who keep donkeys in woods to Formula One team owners. So, anyway, they were very successful people, this couple. Oh, my goodness. They were very, very nice. And we met a sort of gay guy and his sort of fat girlfriend, who I don't know what she was, some lawyer. They were very nice. And then we met some nasty, nasty, nasty German people who were very rude. And they told us that we couldn't shut the door. They were very rude. So, I told them we won the war, as I normally do when I get put in such a circumstance. I love German people, by the way. I have many lovely German friends. Germans are absolutely great, but these Germans were very rude, and they told us that we couldn't shut the door. Well, we didn't want the door open because we wanted the air conditioning, so it wasn't correct. So shame on them, and they gave me the look of death. Well, don't give me the look of death because you've taken on the wrong person, mate. So no, we didn't like them, and nor did the gay Americans. So the lesbian and the gay didn't like them either. So they joined in with us. So anyway, they were very nice with the lesbian and the gay, and they were perfectly pleasant. So lovely people. There we are. Right. Okay. Now, have we any more questions on different topics? We need some topics before we go into this matter of anything. I did speak with the Americans all about the Donald Trump matter. They don't like Donald Trump, nor does anybody on the planet. Let's be honest. He's not the greatest president, but neither was the predecessor. At least Donald Trump's getting things done, I say. That was my response. I said, at least he stirs the pot. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like him one bit. But at least he's Sleepy Joe is, Sleepy Joe couldn't even control a bus ticket. He would be absolutely useless as anything. What a waste of space. And Jill Biden, you're a corrupt woman. You should be prosecuted. I say prosecute Jill Biden. Jill Biden should be prosecuted until the cows come home. Let's have her arrested. Arrest Jill Biden. She's a very bad woman, is Dr. Jill. A very bad woman. Very bad indeed. And I want Keir Starmer arrested as well. He's a total piece of toe rag. He's totally useless and ineffectual. He's not doing anything useful for Britain. I don't want to go back to Britain. I will be going to live in America. That's my plan. I don't want to live in Britain anymore. I don't like Britain. I hate Britain now. I hate Britain under that horrible man. So I'd actually like to go and live in California. But come on, Gavin. Gavin, you're the governor. It's time that you manned up and showed up and did a good job because, I've known you many years. I knew when you were mayor of San Francisco. Come on, smarten the place up. I want to come back to California, but I don't want it to be the dump that you've created. Come on, make it better. Come on, smarten it up, Gavin. Do a good job. If you want to be president of America, Gavin, pull your finger out and do some work first. Come on, Gavin. And Hillary, your sister, was sending me pictures yesterday of the Balboa Cafe. I love the Balboa Cafe. I miss the Balboa Cafe. My favorite place in America. I loved going there to have a burger at the bar. I love a hamburger. I'm a hamburger man. I love a burger. I'm a simple kind of food guy. That's what I love, and I don't care whatever. Everybody goes, you've got to eat sophisticated food. Well, I like a burger. So what? That's what I like. I'm very simple. I like a prawn cocktail and a burger. That's the kind of food I eat. I don't care that people think that I'm some kind of unsophisticated person. You can make a most wonderful burger. You can make a most wonderful prawn cocktail. You can make wonderful simple dishes. You know, the Bellamy's in Mayfair makes the best prawn cocktail on the planet. The Jessie in Broadstairs, the most wonderful prawn cocktail. Um, Burgers, you know, there's so many wonderful kinds of burgers I've had in the world. I'm very lucky to have tried some of the best burgers in the world. I don't understand why people have to be pompous and say, oh, you can't eat a fish finger sandwich, because I also love those. Well, I like what I like, and no one needs to tell me to like something else. So if they don't like it, shove it up your fucking jumper. That's what I say to you. I don't understand the pomposity of food snobbery. You know, I like roast chicken, and that's what we had for lunch today. We had a lovely roast chicken, absolutely delightful. Lovely, lovely, lovely food. Absolutely delightful. I love roast beef. I love roast duck. I love all sorts of things. But my food is simple food. I am not a food snob, but I love a curry. And our wonderful Irish neighbours brought a beautiful Thai green curry that was superb the other evening. You know, I like spice. I like a variety of things in life. I love a bit of Chinese. I love all sorts of things. I love a bolognese, but a bolognese should be made and left for days. And it's better, you know, 3 days later, actually, to be honest. Let's be honest. Um, you know, simple dishes done well are the very best. Don't try and let people tell you what you should eat because they're food snobs. I'm not a food snob. I'm a food lover. And I do love ambitious dishes too. I've had plenty of things that are smart and wonderful and enjoyed them very much. I love anything that's got ginger in it, for example. Ginger is another thing that I absolutely adore. I love a ginger stir fry, and my mum and I, we used to survive on such during the lockdowns. So we love ginger. You know, cooking, I'm quite a passionate person when it comes to food. So, you know, I do have views. But honestly, please don't give me a lecture and tell me what I should eat. And you shouldn't eat this and you shouldn't eat that and you shouldn't eat the other. Well, no. If I want to have a fish finger sandwich, um, there we go. If I want a fish finger sandwich with my Marie Rose sauce, which I make in my particular way, the only thing that's lacking here is a bottle of sherry. I wish I could find a bottle of bloody sherry because sherry would make it even better. But I love my fish finger sandwich. Oh, I miss that. With, you know, American bread, as they call it here. I don't like the horrible French bread. The French bread is disgusting, revolting, and not for me. So, no thanks to French bread. What do I think of Kitty? Well, Kitty, obviously, Christian Kitty is going to be dying in the foreseeable future. And once he dies, people will change their views, won't they? The little creepy Christian crooner will be remembered for what he really is. So him and his little mate, Gloria Hunniford, his little mate, Cilla Black, the horrible, horrible trio that they are, disgusting people. And I hope he is remembered for the vicious, nasty abuser that he is. He is an evil man and he's sick in the head. He's a creepy Christian crooner, and you all know who he is. And I'm not scared of him, and nor is my mum, and nor is Bill Gates. So I've shown videos of him. My mum asked me to show them to Bill Gates, and I did. And he said, "What a creep! What an absolute creep!" And Bill Gates was quite right to call him out as that. So we don't like the creepy Christian crooner, but you all know who he is. But I can't name him for the moment. But once he's dead, and I hope he'll be dead soon, because I really do. You shouldn't wish anybody dead, they say, But I should wish somebody dead if they're a child abuser. Actually, I think a child abuser should be wished. Hurry up, speed it up, get on, get out of here. We don't need you if you're not going to be convicted. So this creep should be thrown off the planet. He is the worst of the worst, and I will defend to the end my views on the creepy Christian crooner. And you all know who he is. You know what his name is. He sings horrible songs and he goes on about his bloody calendar every year. He's the most boring, pretentious, awful, ghastly piece of toe rag on the planet. I could say much more, but I don't wish to because, it's not correct at this stage. But I don't like him. You all know I don't like him. There's no point in me hiding my views. I've expressed my views repeatedly over the years, haven't I? So there's no point in me trying to say, oh, well, he might be innocent, he might be guilty. He's not. He's a revolting piece of rubbish. And I will not be changing my mind on this rat. And when he dies, I can say whatever I want, and I will. It doesn't matter. They may give tributes to him, but I won't be giving tributes to him. I'll be giving the accolade of the horror that he caused to young people. What a disgusting, revolting man he is. He is an appalling stain on humanity, and he makes me feel sick. There you go. That's my view. Okay, so that's just an honest view from me on a certain creepy Christian crooner. I think you know who he is. And as for his mate, Cilla Black, well, she's brown bread. She wasn't a very nice woman because she protected people like him. She is a disgusting person too because she stood up for these people and she did nothing to stop them. Nor did she do anything to stop that revolting Rolf Harris and other of her friends. She hung around with all of the worst of them. What a nasty woman she was. What a disgusting toad. She is a toadstool. She's disgusting. She makes me feel sick, does that Cilla Black. And I don't know anybody in the world who liked Cilla Black because Cilla Black was a bad wrong'un. Anyway, you don't do that to other human beings. Abusing children is a disgusting thing to do. And anyone who defends child abuse, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, and shame on you again. So I get very passionate about this because I have witnessed so many people who are victims of abuse and I defend them. And it's disgusting to come across these creepy people like Gloria Hunniford. Inglorious, that's what your name is. I've got 2 swimming pools. Oh, well, good for you. You can only swim in one of them at once, can't you, stupid old bag? And you hanging around on your disgusting TV show, Loose Women. Well, you are a loose woman. You're a disgrace. You're an absolutely appalling stain on humanity, Gloria Hunniford. Inglorious is what I call you. Go back to your barn. Go back to Northern Ireland and bog off. And I love people from Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is the most lovely place on the planet, and I think it's a glorious place to visit. And I've been there in the past, and I think, wow. But I don't want to be there with you. Nobody wants to be with you, you nasty old cow. You're a horrible, horrible woman. And what you've done, you think that you're some kind of funny broadcaster. No, you support the nastiest people on the planet, you nasty old bag. Shame on you, Gloria Hunniford. You're a disgrace. Yes, the Moose Woman. You can't stand Denise Welsh. Denise Welsh has always been polite to me, so I'm actually beg to differ, but I don't know. She's always been nice to me, but that doesn't mean that she's a nice person. And they do have that awful, the Hags says Cult Television. Thank you for all your messages, Cult Television. You are a wonderful friend. You're one of my best friends in the world. And thank you for your support against Nasty Nav, the nasty, 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 nasty Nav. He's a piece of rubbish and he won't ever be forgiven. And he will be dealt with. Don't worry. He has made a grave error in crossing me, but there we go. Nasty Nav, the Navi. Yes, precisely. That's the correct analysis. Thank you. Thank you for your analysis. You like Janet Street Porter. Janet Street Porter is the mouth of the South, but she is an intelligent woman. I will give Janet Street Porter a chance. I will say Janet Street Porter is not the nastiest person on that program. I will say that Inglorious Hunniford is definitely the nastiest, and that Nolan woman is pretty awful, ghastly, vile. And as for Tamara Eccleston, well, she should shove a rocket up her arse because she's a fucking pain in the arse. Tamara Eccleston is like Bet Lynch on crack. She is Tamara Eccleston, and her disgusting criminal coffin dodging father are appalling people. So no, I don't like them. Who else? Right. Okay. Do I like Tamara? Yes. And she also abuses sloths. We don't like people who abuse sloths. So Tamara Eccleston, you should stop abusing the sloth. Leave the sloth alone, you horrible, horrible piece of toe rag, disgusting piece of filth. Bog off back to your wherever you and your bog-eyed husband go. Can't stand you. Awful people. No thanks. Don't like them. So there we go. Yep, I will speak out. Tonight I'm going to have a rant. I am going to rant. For once in my life, I'm going to have a rant. I know you don't believe I don't do it every night, but oh yes, I'm going to say whatever I want. Why not? I can't stand the Ecclestons, as you know. And as for my friend Jackie Roth, where are you, Jackie? Hanging around with that person? Come on, Jackie, man up, grow up, and show up. Let's be having you, Jackie Roth. So yeah, I give her a bit of criticism. Yeah, we don't like people who are disloyal. My friends, they're all very well there when I'm helping them. But when the cards turn, where are they to support me? Come on, Jackie. Where are you, Jackie? Come on, Jackie. Let's have you out of the woodwork. So anyway, that's what I'll say about that. Yes. Tell them all to bog off. Cult Television wants some Baby Sham. Well, I don't like Baby Sham, no, so I won't be having that. But anyway, you can have that if that's what you want. But nope. Was I bullied at school or was I the bully? Asks Alfie's mum. Yes, I was bullied at school by a boy called David Gooch. I'm friends with him now. I punched him in the face because my father sent me for boxing lessons. So there you go. I stand up to bullies. Nobody bullies me. Nobody gets away with it. If you bully me, you get punched in the face. So that's what you get back. I'm not going to tolerate a bully. So no bullies in my house. Okay, thank you. Next question. Right. What are my views on Glastonbury? Well, Glastonbury is a wonderful thing. It's great that people are enjoying it. It's lovely to go to have some music. But it doesn't mean that they should go there and go on about Palestine. These stupid people ranting and raving about Palestine, they should shut their mouths. It's obviously clear. It's not correct. And thank you to Deanne Daly, who's given 0.99 pence for that. Right. But no, Glastonbury is a stupid event. My mother enjoys going to it. It's kind of, something that she's been going to for many, many years. I think it's changed in what it is, and it's going to have a year off next year. Maybe it's a good idea it has a year off, and it may be time to reconsider what it does, because it shouldn't be going around being political. It's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't be political. It should stick to being about music. That is what it's for. It's not about politics. And my mother doesn't go for the politics. My mother goes for the music, like most people. Most people who go to Glastonbury go for the music. They don't go along to go and scream and yell about Israel or Palestine or whatever. It's ridiculous. My mum is not interested in that, so she's correct, and they're correct to say we're having a year off next year. I think Glastonbury needs to learn a lesson, and it needs to close itself down for a while and then reevaluate what actually goes on at the festival. So the festival is actually relevant to the people who go to the festival, who actually care about music, because it's about music. It's not about politics. It's not meant to be a political festival. And this stupid Elton John stirring the pot, he's always stirring the pot. And that Rod Stewart, well, shut your mouth, Rod. You're on board. Please, come on, let's have something else. You know, Cult Television says, ironically, that chap was a good boy when he started in 2006. I'm not sure who we're talking about, Cult Television. I'm not sure who you're talking about, but anyway, right. Anyway, moving along. I don't really want to talk about Glastonbury anymore, because Glastonbury is, just a thing it's just happening, and I hope it goes well. But I hope my mother has a nice time though. Right. Anyway, I don't know. You're having a famous grouse, says Cult Television. I've got some famous grouse here. I'll maybe have one of those later to send myself to sleep. I might need one because I'm still in pain in my chest from Nasty Nav. Nasty Nav, the man who beat me up. And I won't be forgiving him, will I, anytime soon? So, Nasty Nav, you are a piece of rubbish. And you won't be forgotten, and you won't be forgiven. So you'll never, ever be forgiven this time. It is very hot. Yes, I will agree. I look like Donald Trump. I agree. Yes, that is totally true. Thank you. Nasty Nav, yes. Put Nasty Nav in the lab, yes. Well, I can't because he's not here, so I'm very glad. If he were here, I'd kick him in the sea. It's exactly 1 week since I was beaten up, so I've been treated very badly, and I had my lovely friend Baron here this time last week, and that was much nicer, and much better having lovely real friends who are decent people and civilized people, rather than bores who go around beating me up, beating up other people. We don't need to have the low brow. We have the high brow. I'm the high brow with the eyebrow, allegedly. My friend was nicknamed that, but my eyebrows are getting a bit crazy, I can see. So I'm kind of echoing my friend who owned half of San Francisco. So anyway, he was known as the highbrow with the eyebrow, but my eyebrows are not quite up there yet. But well, maybe I'll let them grow. Yes, violence is never the answer. Precisely. Nav is a violent person, and he's not a person suitable to be in my presence, and that is what I will say. I never want to see Nasty Nav ever again, and him and his horrible family can bog off. Not my kind of people. You don't treat me like that and get away with it. He's had 3 chances and he's burnt them all. I was a witness for him in 2 court cases, and he didn't thank me properly, did he? Just treated me like a horrible thing. Yeah, he needs a little reminder, says Cult Television, the old school way, which he will get. Well, he will get, yes. He'll get a little visitation in due course, but that's just a visitation. That's nothing to do with me, and I won't know what happens. I don't know what will happen. I've no idea what will happen to him. Absolutely no idea. And I hope he finds his path. Hope his path is a nice little path to the wrong place. You like the fact that I look like a high court judge character in an 80s TV series. You think I look a bit like Jonathan Aiken engrossed with something else or whatever? I don't know. I'm not sure who you think I am looking like, or Charles Dance or whatever, but there we go. Stevie D, did I get your message? You were just out of hospital. Your house was on fire. Stevie D, I didn't get your message. No, I'm very sorry to hear this. I'm very sorry your house was on fire. That's awful. I hope your house didn't burn down. That sounds awful. Has it burnt down or has it been saved? I don't know. I'm sorry I didn't get your message. So I don't know where you sent the message. I don't have a normal computer because my normal computer obviously imploded. So I'm using the borrowed computer. So computers are a rather complicated matter for me. And I don't know quite what has happened. Cat Meow asks, how's your nose? Is it any better? Well, you can look at my nose. It's not that bad anymore, but it's still got a bit of a mark on it. But he shouldn't have done that to me. It's disgraceful that this person attacked me. I should not have been physically attacked, and I don't accept that he should get away with it. Absolutely appalling. You think I'm the image of Humphrey Bogart, says Alfie's mum. Okay, well, I don't know about that, but there we are. Right. Okay. Right. Stevie D says his house was ablaze last night. I fought it for 20 minutes before the fire brigade arrived, rushed to the hospital almost dead. Oh dear. Well, I'm very sorry, Stevie D. I hope you. Well, it's amazing that you're here on this channel right now after all that happened to you. Where are you going to stay tonight? Where are you staying? I hope you have a place to stay. Have you got accommodation? Do we need to appeal for accommodation for Stevie D? We want to help you, Stevie D. Is there anything we can do to help you, given your house is burned down? That's an appalling state of affairs. So is there anything we can do to help Stevie D? Let's please ask Stevie D if he wants any help from us. I look very orange. No, I do, because it's a stupid lighting. There you go. You can see, there you go. I don't look as orange now, do I? So I don't look quite as orange now. It's just the stupid lighting is on this channel is useless. There's not much lighting in this house. It's a total mistake. But anyway, we hope to help Stevie D. Is Stevie D in need of help? If, Stevie D's house is burned down, shouldn't we all come together and help Stevie D? Everybody on this channel, are you prepared to help Stevie D in his hour of need? His house is burned down. Is there anything we can offer you, Stevie D? I don't know. What do you need, Stevie D? I don't know. I don't know what he needs, but where is he? I don't even know where he is. But we must try and help him, because if his house is burned down, then it's awful. If he's got nowhere to live, then Wouldn't it be kind to help the man just get somewhere to stay for the night at the very least? To start things off, he needs a place to stay for the night, doesn't he? I don't know. Well, anyway, Stevie D, if you're going to come back. Right, Stevie D says, thanks, guys. My life almost ended within 2 minutes. I would be dead. Well, do you need some help, Stevie D? Come on, Stevie D. Tell us what you need from all of our audience, and they will help you. Let's help Stevie D. I think tonight we need to help Stevie D. No? I don't know. I don't know where Stevie D is located, you see. I can't really, none of you give away much about who you really are. So I don't really know who is who and where is where. And, Pig Pig wrote to me today, and that was very nice of Pig Pig and very kind. And Miss Marple writes to me all the time. But anyway, well, if Stevie T needs some help, wouldn't it be nice to help Stevie D? But we don't know where to send him help, do we? Right, okay. Well, I can't do any more because I don't have a clue who Stevie D is in that sense, because obviously I don't know his real name and I don't know where he lives. So, cuckoo. Tina De Silva is still waiting on a postcard. I will be sending a postcard, but I have to sort out postcards. That's another matter which I will deal with. But anyway, Stevie D. Right, we need to sort out Stevie D first tonight rather than the postcard. I think, let's be honest, the priority is Stevie D. It's not correct that we don't deal with Stevie D. He lives in a place called Rosyth. Okay. Well, if we can help you, Stevie D, we'll try and help you. There's lots of people here who want to help. So, you said that your house is burned down. So, I don't know where Rosyth is, but it's obviously in Scotland. I agree with that. But how can we help you? Right. Okay. Well, we need to try and help you. If we can help you. If you want help, we can help. Anyway, so whilst we talk about that, we'll move along. I can't wait around forever because I've tried to ask the question and I'm not getting any answers. So I'll talk about something else. Okay, are we, are we ready for a quiz? Are you ready for a quiz? Are you ready for a quiz? And well, we'd love to help you, Stevie D, but you're not really giving away much in the way of information, so I can't really do much to help otherwise. So, are we going to try and do a quiz? Let's do a quiz. Right. Okay. Well, we can't do. If you don't want to do a quiz, we can't do a quiz. Do you want to do a quiz or not? I don't think we can do much about Stevie D's situation because it doesn't seem to be something he wishes to answer. So, right. So we'll move along and we'll do our quiz because. But if we can come back to Stevie D after the quiz, we'll come back to Stevie D, and we can try and help Stevie D after the quiz. Right. He says his house is a mess. Okay, Stevie D, we're trying to help you. What do you need us to do to help you, please? Because these people are all willing to help. So, what do you need from the people in the audience, Stevie D? Stevie D, what do you need from the audience? Let's go down that route first. What does Stevie D need? I don't know. I don't know what Stevie D needs, but if we can try and help him, it would be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? If we could try and help him out of the troubles, but right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what Stevie D needs as my problem.
Oh. Oh.
Well, we love you, Stevie D. We think you're a very nice person. I'm very sorry that you're going through such an appalling situation, that your house is burned down, and that's appalling and that's awful. I don't know what else.
Matthew, I've got. I've got some. It's horrible. Clinging nails, clinging nose. My teeth.
She's complaining about her teeth. Stevie D's house is burned down. Poor old Stevie D's house is burned down. She's moaning about her teeth. I'm very sorry for both her that's complaining about her teeth and for someone whose house is burned down. It's slightly different problems, but I'm sorry, Stevie D, and I don't know what to say. You were 2 minutes from death last night, Stevie D says. Well, I'm very, very sorry to you, Stevie D, and what can we do to help you, Stevie D? Because we're all here for you. We'd like to help you, Stevie D, wouldn't you, men?
Oh, of course.
Stevie D's house burned down last night.
No.
So Stevie D needs our support. So what would you like us to do to help you, Stevie D? What can we do to help? Where are you, Stevie D? And what do you need? Please tell us what you need, Stevie D, because you obviously need help. Your house is burned down. You're in a far worse situation than moaning Min over here or anyone else. So we don't need anyone else moaning because, quite frankly, you've been the one who's been through the hell of having your house burned down and you nearly burned to death. So we need to support you tonight. So we need to support you. What do you need from us, Stevie D? Please tell us. I think that's the best question we can ask tonight is what would Stevie D need from us? Leslie says, we love you, Stevie D. Stevie D says, I love your channel just like all you is. I love all the love you give me. Come on, Stevie D, what do you actually need from us? Come on, tell us what you need because obviously you need some help. You're obviously in a problem and you need our help. So we'll happily help you. We'll get some help to you. All these people here, we can send some kind of help. I don't know what you need, but we'll all help you. Your house is burned down, so we need to help you. So come on, what do you need from us, Stevie D? Please tell us. Thank you. This is our final request to you, Stevie D. People are sending love and likes, hugs, and all the rest of it. Right. Okay, well, I realize some of you are very skeptical because, of course you are, but that's what you are.
Good God.
Why not be kind? When someone's house is burned down, don't be nasty. Be kind. Learn some lessons. Say something pleasant. Stevie D needs your support, and that's what he needs right now. So let's support Stevie D. He's never been rude to me, so I'm going to say, I stand with Stevie D. You got out of bed to a house full of smoke. You put the fire out before the fire brigade arrived.
Oh,
Oh dear. All sorts of things went on. Um, and the fire brigade arrived 20 minutes into the fire. The house is still standing, but I'm in shock. Well, that's not very nice, is it? So you deserve to have some support, poor man. Don't ignore all these nasty people who say nasty things. There's no need to listen to nasty people. I get nasty people every day. I tell them to shove it up their jumper. Don't have anyone be rude to you. And we've just had some very bad news. A lovely trainer called D. Wayne Lucas, the Hall of Fama, from Louisville, Kentucky, has died. And he was a lovely trainer who my father knew, absolutely wonderful man. And D. Wayne Lucas has just died at the age of 89. And he was a great man. And I loved D. Wayne Lucas, a fabulous trainer. He really was one of the best of the Kentucky Derby, winners. And he won, the Triple Crowns and did many other things. D. Wayne Lucas, I'm very sorry to hear he's died. So, D. Wayne Lucas, may you rest in peace. You were a great man. So, on this evening, I will remember D. Wayne Lucas. And, I'm very lucky to have known such a great man. It's nice that the Daily Mail said of how he talks about, he gave locker room talks before the big game for any race. He said, if you have a passion, you eliminate all the excuses. That's how it works. You get up early, you go out without a meal, you drive, you go without sleep as long as you get the passion. Don't let the sofa pull you down. It's a little easy. And when the alarm goes off to say, oh my God, I don't know what I really want to do this today, erase that. The most important decision you ever make in your life is your attitude decision. Make it early and make the right one. He was a wonderful man. So let's remember D. Wayne Lucas. What a wonderful man he was. Just months before his 90th birthday, he's died. But what a great, great man, and what a wonderful person. He earned, his horses earned more than 300 million over the course of his career. He was a brilliant trainer. And, my father loved him. And I'm sorry that Dwayne Lucas has died. The Hall of Fame, one of the best men in racing. So, in American racing. And, what a wonderful bloke he was. We raise a glass to Dwayne Lucas, a hero of horse racing. And I love horse racing, as you know. And I'm sad to hear that he's gone, but he was an achiever. We've had other achievers die this week, but I will come to those later. But Dwayne Lucas, sorry to hear it. You've gone. Nice bloke, lovely guy. Enjoyed meeting you on multiple occasions. So I'm very lucky to spend time in my life with with a bunch of wonderful people of all variety of people. And today I spent time with a man who owns a Formula One racing team, who's just texted me, by the way. And I spent time with a man who's a tramp, who lives in the woods in Godfrey. I spend time with a whole variety of people in life. And that is what makes my life so wonderful. I love my life. And that's why I like that song by Robbie Williams, because it's a good song. Because you have to love everybody you meet. Meet a mixture of people in life. Life should always be about spice. And that's why Liz Brewer is one of the most wonderful ladies I know, because she always says spice is the variety. At a party, you must have Joe Jones and Joe John. Mix it up. Don't have people who are all the same. You must mix it up. If you mix up everything, you get the best of everything. That is how life is good. You don't need nasty Nav in the world, because he's just a nasty person. He's just a user who just is taken advantage, and he just turns up because he thinks he can socially climb. I don't like people like that, for sure. And he can bog off, for sure. But I have a mixture of people in my world. I have, Rex the Sex, a man who ran a restaurant, and I have, I have my friend who's a rapper. My rapper friend. I love my rapper friends. I have a total mixture of people in my life. Mix up your life. The best thing to do in life is have variety. Variety is the spice of life. And Liz Brewer is so right. And that's why she's been an absolute brilliant party planner. And she's 82 years old, and she's an achiever. And well done to you, Liz Brewer. I'm saluting you because you're the best. You're the best at planning a party. Because you just spice it up. You just mix it up. So I like to have a variety of people in my life, wherever I am. So my world is variety. But I enjoy having, all sorts of wonderful people. And today I met some people who happen to own a Formula One team. And they were they were very nice and terribly rich, obviously, because, well, they must be if they own a Formula One team. But they were just absolutely charming. And you move around the world, you never know who you're going to meet. Wherever I go in the world, I meet people. I just meet them, and I just say, "Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you," and then we talk. I don't know who they are, and I've no idea, and I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me if they're as rich as God or the poor as the church mouse. It doesn't matter to me because I know all sorts of people already, so it doesn't really matter. But I like to meet a variety of people. I say spice it up and have the best combination you can ever have. And that's what I do. And today we met some rich people. The other day we met some poor people, but that's how it goes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I get on as very much as well with the cleaners as I do with the billionaire. I sadly didn't get invited to the Bezos billionaire wedding, obviously, because obviously I'm not that grand. But but I say good for them. I hope they had a lovely bloody time at their wedding. It was their choice to spend their money in the way they wanted to spend their money. So I say good for them. And I think all these people criticizing them should put a sock in it. Let them have their wedding. What does it matter? If they want to enjoy themselves, so what? And, if it ends in 3 months, so what? Nothing to do with us. They just chose to have a bit of fun. They had a great party. And everybody who went, obviously, had a great time. And I'm sure they got plenty of good gift bags. I bet the gift bags were pretty wonderful. I bet that Ivanka Trump took every gift bag she could possibly take, because she's definitely a grabber of gift bags, I can tell you that. So anyway, it doesn't matter. But honestly, I say enjoy life. Enjoy your life, because my life, I want to enjoy it more. I want to go forward and I want to have a new life of enjoyment. I'm bored of being miserable. I've had enough of misery. I want happiness. And I don't need to have people giving me lectures every morning and all the rest of it. So I want to be happy. So there you go. Cheers to you, and cheers to me, and cheers to me if we disagree. Right. Okay. So we're on to whatever next. Right. Okay. Have you any more questions, or are we going to close down this little conversation? Right. Have we any more questions? No more questions? No more questions? Or are you ready for a quiz? Right. Oh, come on. Are we ready for a quiz, or do you want me to close down the questions? I am in pain, I will admit. Ugh. Right. Are you ready for a quiz? Oh, they're leaving the Venice Hotel. Oh dear. Are you ready for a quiz? Um, are you ready for a quiz? Right. Okay. Well, are you ready for a quiz? I don't know. You're not very ready for the quiz, are you? Yet. Right. Okay. We'll have to try something else. Okay, well, we haven't got ready for the quiz. So, am I doing a quiz? Well, I'm ready for a quiz, but the person in the audience is not ready for it. So, are we ready? How are we going to do this quiz? I suppose I can just start reading this quiz if you want to join in, and we'll just ignore the other people. Would that be possible? Right. You want the quiz. Okay, right. You're going to have your quiz without the person. I'm sorry, the person concerned will have to just be kept out of the quiz. So let's go on with the quiz. Okay. Who became the first female president elected in the Americas when she secured victory in Nicaragua in 1990? What was her name? So I need her name, her full name. It wasn't Mikhail Baccarat. It wasn't Janet Evans. It wasn't Obama. It wasn't the shoe woman. It wasn't Nina Cortez. She became president of Nicaragua in the 1990. No. No. It wasn't Imelda. No. Or Rod Stewart or Anthea Turner or Janet Evans. It wasn't any of those people. I can't believe you can't answer this question. It wasn't Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, no. We'll leave that to Tim Rice. I love Tim very much. Tim's lovely. It wasn't Eva Peron. It wasn't Barbara. Right. It wasn't Hillary Clinton. Okay, 0 points awarded. 0 points. You failed on the first question. So there we go. I'll give the first question a mark. Right. Of course, it was Violetta Chamorro. Bianca Jagger said of her, she became a symbol of reconciliation. She was a maternal figure, said others. She was the first female president elected in the Americas when she secured her victory in Nicaragua in 1990. So you were useless. Not very good. You didn't give a good answer. So you failed on the first question. Not very good. I think it's a standard question. There's nothing wrong with the question. I think it's you're useless. You're absolutely a bunch of imbeciles, clearly. Absolutely shocking. Right, okay. Now you better be able to do better on this one, otherwise I may as well give up. You may as well be the weakest link. Anne Robinson would definitely say goodbye, and I love my Annie. And right, okay. How many feet under Manhattan is the world's biggest gold vault? The New York Federal Reserve. How many feet under Manhattan is it? It's not 20, it's not 34, it's not 500, it's not 150, it's not 50, it's not 600, it's not 150, it's not 200, it's not 300, it's not 200, it's not 29, it's not 30, it's not 90, but you're close. It's not 200, it's not 120. It's not 70, but you're close. Some of the rest of you. Miss Marple gets it. Miss Marple, well done. It's 80. Miss Marple gets the point. Miss Marple. We love our Miss Marple, who is our, legendary quiz winner. The winner of the quiz from last night wrote to me to say that they were very sorry that they thought they had cheated. and that Miss Marple should be the one awarded the 100th quiz. So I don't know. We'll have a little discussion about that, but we'll deal with that later. But thank you to you for being honest and saying that you didn't actually win legitimately. Whereas Miss Marple is definitely a definite legitimate quiz winner. Right, but anyway, you were a very nice quiz winner too, so we don't mind you either. So, right. Okay. In June 2025, at an appeal, what did paedophile Jeffrey Epstein's chum and former Barclays boss, Jess Staley, fail to overturn? What did he fail to overturn? No, no, no. All of you are wrong. You're kind of right, some of you, but he failed to overturn anything. What did he actually fail to overturn? I'll take Sebastian Bluewater, Seb B. You can have it. He says city ban. He was given a lifetime ban from the Financial Services, Financial Conduct Authority. Obviously he was on Uncle Jeffrey, he was Snow White, he was 1.1 million in fines. He's a disgrace. Anyway, he's an absolute piece of rubbish. So anyway, Sebastian can have the point. So you've got the point. Okay, as of 2024, in how many countries does Zara operate in? Zara, how many countries does Zara operate in as of 2024? It's not 45, it's not 15, it's not 80, it's not 107, it's not 124, it's not 33.
No.
Zara is a fashion chain. Iona Ionescu can have the point. Ion can have the point. It is 97. So you've got 97. And as of next year, it will be 26 states in America also. So our very rich friends who've just texted me, actually, also, they're going to be coming around for drinks. The terribly rich Formula One people. Yeah, they're big fans of Zara as well. So we were talking about Zara this afternoon. Anyway, so which river in Idaho is known as the River of No Return? No, it's not the Zambezi. It's in Idaho. Which river in Idaho is known as the River of No Return? No. The answer is salmon. Sebastian gets it again. Sebastian is now in the lead. Well done. Sebastian gets it. It is the Salmon River, one of the longest undammed rivers in lower 48. It's covered by rafters and kayakers. The people went up and down it, but they went up it, but they couldn't come back down it because the strong currents meant the rapids meant they couldn't get back. So there you go. So Sebastian is now quiz leader. Well done, Sebastian. We've got a new quiz man here. We've got a quizzy Sebastian, whoever you are. Right, okay. Okay. Asked about his IQ, which is often termed genius, what did he reply? I have no idea. People who was the person who replied, I have no idea people who boast about their IQ, they are losers. Who was the person who said this? Friend of Jeffrey Epstein, by the way. It wasn't Oscar Wilde, no. It wasn't Einstein. It wasn't Trump. Who was this person? Friend of Jeffrey Epstein. It wasn't Bill Gates. It wasn't Prince Andrews. It was Stephen Hawking. So only me gets the point. Well done. Only me. Only me. Yeah. The nasty only me. Sorry, not the nasty only me, but the nasty Jeffrey Epstein and Stephen Hawking were friends. And Stephen Hawking went to the island. He was one of the many that went with, all the crooked people. So Stephen Hawking is not a very nice man. So don't believe him to be Mr. Innocent. I will call out these people, and I'm very good at calling out people. I'm good at calling out crookedness. Anyway, that was one of his little quotes. The little rat said that, didn't he? He's another rat. But because he's in a wheelchair, we can't be nasty to him. We can't say anything critical. Ooh, you must be nice to him. No. He hung around with the paedophiles, so, shove it up your jumper, you nasty piece of rat. That's what he is. Not a nice man. Okay. Who was challenged to fisticuffs, i.e., a bit of a smash up, on Primrose Hill after saying in 1997 Oasis basically copied Beatles, Stones, 60s sort of things? Which musician was challenged to that by Oasis? It was Liam Gallagher, yes, of course. So Enigma gets the point. Enigma gets the point. Enigma is a new entrant to the quiz. Of course, Enigma challenged not only one of them to the row, also challenged it wasn't just Keith Richards who was challenged, it was Mick Jagger and also others. So there we go. Okay, as of 2025, with which British football team is New Zealand international Chris Wood associated? Chris Wood. Which team is he associated with in Britain? Chris Wood. It's not Liverpool. It's not Newcastle. It's not Birmingham. Steve R gets it with Nottingham Forest. Well done, Steve R. Steve R, you are the winner. Well done. A point to you, Steve R. Okay, in which year was the US fruit-flavored whiskey liqueur Southern Comfort first sold? Which year was the Southern Comforts first sold? It wasn't in 1939. It wasn't 1928. No. It wasn't 1911. It wasn't 1824. It wasn't 1975. It wasn't 1873. It wasn't 1880.
83.
It wasn't 1983. No, she's shouting in the background. It wasn't 1980. It wasn't 1890. No, but you are close. You are close. It wasn't 1868, but you're close also. But the person who gets it was Giorgio. Giorgio gets the point. Well done, Giorgio. It was 1884. So well done to Giorgio. The horrible Southern Comfort, which is a disgusting drink that I would never drink, was first made in 1874. Okay, in which year did Howard Carter, and I'm very interested in Howard Carter because obviously the bad things that happened as a result of what happened to him going near those things. He should never have gone near those things. Howard Carter put a curse on himself by going near these things. Okay, in which year did Howard Carter uncover Tutankhamun's mask in the Valley of the Kings? Which year? It wasn't 1918. Cormac Wilkie gets it straight away. Cormac, well done, Cormac. Cormac, new entrant, Cormac. Of course, it was 1922. He discovered around about 5,600 artifacts, and he destroyed his life because the curse of the doing that really hit him, didn't it? I don't think it was a very clever thing to do. It was a very bad thing to go harassing those items. You don't harass dead bodies and things. Please don't do that. Not a good idea. So I think Howard Carter was a very stupid man. And of course, the people who lived at Downton Abbey, they paid for it all. So they're very stupid as well. So they've got curse on them as well. So the curse is very unpleasant. And I do believe in curses. I believe in all of this because my grandmother was part of the Society of the Paranormal, and we were very involved with that. So it's a different thing, but I believe in ghosts. I believe that there are other beings that are all higher beings than above us. So I don't like nasty, nasty, nasty things like this. So I tend to believe in the trouble. Anyway, there we go. So we move along. Anyway, time to move along. Probably better move along. Right. Next question. Right. Okay. Well, I've got to move along with another question before I go to bed, because I do need to go to bed. I need to have a nice, quiet, peaceful night. Right. I don't know which one I was up to. We dealt with Keith Richards, and we dealt with Nottingham, and okay. Which two best known composers of the 18th century, Sebastian Bach and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, sorry, which of the two best composers of the 18th century embedded mathematical structures in their music? Sorry, which of those two composers? One was Wolfgang Mozart, and one was Anyway, there you go.
Ah. Oh my God.
I think you failed with the question, so I'll leave that question out. That's the question that's gone. Okay, that question has failed. Okay. I don't think you listened to my question. In which year did Howard Carter? No, we've done that as well. What does the acronym BYO stand for? BYO. Okay, we'll allow that. Miss Marple gets the point. So 2 points for you. Bring your own. It stands for bring your own. It's obviously to do bring with your own bottle. It's to do with New Zealand, of all places, where licenses were less frequently given to sell alcohol, and there were some corkage charges. Okay, in which year did Hugh Jackman star in Prisoners? Hugh Jackman in Prisoners. It wasn't 2012, but you're close. The rest of you are not close. Cormac gets the point. Cormac, 2 points for Cormac. So Cormac's now got 2 points. It was 2013. So, right. Tense thriller, father of the missing girl, abduction, torture. Okay, what is the meaning of Dear Dapper? Dear Dapper. What does Dear Dapper means? It was coined in 2016-12. Didapper. What does it mean? Didapper. No. 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 The scoring is not all over the shop. We've got the scoring going perfectly well. Nobody's got the answer correct, so you haven't got the answer. So there you are. You're terrible. If you can't answer the question, you are the weakest link, aren't you? No. Right. Okay. No points awarded on that one. So there's another failure. It means a person who playful term for someone who disappears and then pops up again. So you didn't answer the question. So not one answer correct. So don't say I'm drunk. How dare you? If you don't like my quiz, get out of my room. Get out of my pub. Bog off. I don't need you here. I don't need to be bullied. Get out of my pub. How rude. What rude people you are. Absolutely disgusting. Don't need you. Bog off. Go away. Right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, next question. Anyway, we're not having many winners on this quiz. We're not going to. Okay, in which year did Steven Spielberg's thriller Jaws premiere? Which year did Jaws premiere? It wasn't 1974, it wasn't 1977. SS Racing gets it. Well done, SS Racing. It was 1975, but it's your first point, so you're not going to win with this rope. Okay, in which year did Edward VIII abdicate to marry Wallis Simpson? It was 1938, but Leslie S is correct. So Leslie S gets a point. Well done, Leslie. 1 point to you. It was 1938. 37 years, departing. Sorry, no, that wasn't. No, that's not correct. Sorry, no. She married. She was 1936. Yeah. In which year did British-born Anna Wintour become head honcho at American Vogue? What year did she become the head honcho? Ross says 1988. Well done, Ross. So Ross is the winner. Well done. Of course, it was Ross who wins with she was there for 37 years and she departed in 2025. And the final question, which will decide things, as of June 2025, in which enhanced prison is evil baby killer Lucy Letby housed? What is the name of the prison where the evil baby killer is housed? No. No. Which prison is she in? No. 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 You're all wrong. No, it's not Alcatraz. It's Sebastian gets the point. So where is Sebastian? So Sebastian is our actual winner. So well done, Sebastian. You've won our quiz. So Sebastian is our winner for tonight. So yep, with the answer correctly of HMP Bronzefield, you have won our quiz, Sebastian. So we'll say well done to Sebastian. You are the winner. So you're the quizzy person. So anyway, take care and thank you very much to you. That's absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I shall be going away soon to go to bed. It's time to go to bed and it's time for me to shut my mouth and be quiet, isn't it? Because quite frankly, it's not a good idea to have me ranting and raving again. So it's time to say good night and have a lovely evening and take care. So thank you very, very much for your lovely participation. All of you, you've been absolutely great. And yeah, thank you. Take care. Good night and good gardening. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. So, love to you all. Bye bye.